This is Gauteng province in South Africa. We arrive at EBR Industries, an engineering company that is the brainchild of Mbali Mavuso. It is just minutes after midday when we visit, an opportunity to catch Mbali at her best, when she's at peace with herself, appreciating how far she's come and how much it took for her to get there. Mbali is an alumnus of the Young African Leadership Initiative YALI in South Africa, having graduated as a cohort 4 in 2016. She was part of the class that made up the business and entrepreneurship track.
My name is Mbali Mavuso. I'm the managing director of EBR Industries, which is an engineering company based in Boksburg.
She joined the YALI program with an existing business, hoping to make it thrive.
It also helped me to not necessarily work in the business, but have a bird's eye view of the business. When I started the business and when I went to the program, I think I was very hands-on to the business, which I still am. But now I have an approach to look at the bigger picture instead of just looking at what I'm doing now. Let me just deliver to the clients. But I have the ability to put processes in place and have a long-term goal as opposed to having just looking at the short-term goal, which is something that has also allowed us to grow as a company. I think when I did not do that, I had a problem because we weren't necessarily growing. So it's allowed us to grow even further.
And that would only mark the beginning for her. Seeing that hers was a totally new practice, exploring uncharted territory, the industrial space.
We basically have 4 divisions, I would say. One is fabrication, which mixes metal. So it's anything doing with metal. Then there is also electrical. Electrical, I think that explains it. That's wiring, your street lights. So there's these street lights that are going out in Pretoria. Those were actually assembled by us. And then there's also construction. So construction is the civil works, architectural works, which are the drawings, putting the actual building up from the ground up, anything concerning construction.
Engineering has always been perceived a male-oriented division, but for Mbali, she chose to be diverse.
I do like challenges, knowing myself, however. I do like to do doing things that not normal people would necessarily take on. So for me it was, will I get bored easily? Will I find it really challenging? And that's what I think draws me, it's the challenge.
Mbali has recognized opportunities she can tap in her business and also instituted production reforms.
I mean, when we started, we were basically just manufacturing, mechanical side of things. So the business has grown to all these sectors of business because they are all interlinked in one way or another. So there are ways, the expansion of that, even us building. I mean, we bought land around Durban and land around Cape Town, and we're building hotels and units and all these things. So there's more that we hope and trust that we'll be able to attain.
At just the age of 28, Mbali has established an innovative business and created sustainable employment. She's an employer with a substantial workforce.
So one of the biggest things that we take pride in is our training. So for me, giving back to the community means empowering the person and not just giving them a job, but giving them something that they would be able to hold on even for years, even if I've passed away, and something that they can actually even give to their kids. And the only thing that I can think of is education. That's me giving back to the community. It's giving the knowledge, giving the platforms to actually further your studies and get training.
As part of her employees, one man stands out from the rest. the job opportunities created at EBR saw Mbali employ her dad, Mr. Sibuso Mavuso.
I got involved in the business for her to be the managing director of the company. And I was prepared, as I'm prepared now, to be working for her, and she's pulling the strings. I remember the bubbling Mbali coming from YALI, the program. She came back home, and when in our first meeting after the program, she said things are going to change at EBR. We were operating at a lower scale than this. All ideas were there on the table, but they had not been executed. After the YALI program and whatever she was taught, there has been a tremendous amount of change, and the level of confidence in her activities, whatever she touches, she wants it to be professional.
To her employees, Mbali's hard work has been a source of living for them, an opportunity that couldn't have come at a better time.
It's helping me a lot because I can afford lots of things here in EPR construction, because I can take my children to school and stuff, yeah.
It's helped me a lot because before I came here I was not working. Then since I become here, I work. I manage to support my family. I manage to do things, my own things, like paying rent, getting food. So yeah, I'm managing now.
In any business environment, there is competition. This competition is always relentless. In a world of sameness, all it takes is just a tiny element that sets you apart. As for Mbali, the only way to stay ahead of the game is to offer something special to her consumers.
My business is unique because we are able to cater to a specific customer. And what I mean by that, we are innovative, young, we think outside the box, and that does not limit us. Now, we have the ability to improve the products, making it more user-friendly, making it more digital, making it more relatable to the audience. And we do analyze our target market and our audience. So it gives us that edge that when we cater knowing that the client needs this. At the end of the day, your product, by the time that we leave, it's going to be more unique, it's going to be more user-friendly, and more relatable.
According to Mbali, her success in closing business deals for her company is attributed to the training she received at YALI, where she learned how to develop an effective pitch for her business.
These kind of platforms help so that we can engage in conversation. So YALI really has played a big part for me. Conversation-wise, I'm able to articulate things, I'm able to think, and reading was one of the things that we talked about. It also challenges you to read books and know more instead of just, taking things as the way that they are. At the end of the day, we're not looking for just followers, but we're looking for leaders that would honestly just step up to the platform.
Mbali's story is a reflection of just how successful the YALI program has been in empowerment of young leaders to transform Africa.
YALI has worked for me, and I really think that it can work for you. Take it, and make sure that you use it to the best of your ability. Communicate, make sure that you get the connections, keep up with the alumni, and connect. And who knows, you might be the very same person that starts your own dream or your own business or whatsoever. So yeah.